So right here, this is Charing Cross Road, and this very spot here where I'm standing is the place where I had the idea for sliding doors. I was crossing the road to that phone box over there, and I walked into the road rather foolishly to cross over, and I nearly got hit by a car that stopped suddenly, right actually specifically here. And in that moment, crazily, instead of thinking I could have died then, which I could have done, I thought, I think I've had an idea for a movie. So it's as nutty as that.
Okay, I'll go. I'll go. I was getting a bit choked up with all the testosterone flying about the place. Best I get out before I start growing a penis.
She's standing here, she's fed up, she's been fired, she's all fed up. This was the train coming in. So here's the train. She starts to make a little jog to get the train. And we let it go. So she goes running down the stairs. These tiles were different. And then about here, the kid comes around the corner and she's playing with her dolls. She just goes around the little girl, and that delays it for those couple of seconds. She goes to try and catch the train. She misses the train. Rewind back, all the way back up the stairs to the beginning. Rewind, all the way back to the top of the stairs. Back to about here. Freeze frame. Now she comes down again, same as before. Kid's going to come around the corner with the toy. But this time the mum grabs her out of the way, and Gwyneth can get through, steals the extra second, manages to get on that. So she's now on the train, she sits down here. John Hannah was already sitting here. Next to John Hannah is Paul Stacey, who's the crazy guy listening to his earphones to electric thrombosis, who starts doing his lyrics out loud. John starts talking to him.
Beatles lyrics, eh?
What?
Elastic thrombosis, they're guilty of lyric poaching.
He doesn't want to know, and then he starts talking to her. She doesn't want to know because she's just been fired, and the whole conversation begins here between Gwyneth and John Hannah.
Have we met before? No, honestly, you seem familiar.
I don't think so.
Yes, you were in the lift just now. You dropped your earring, I picked it up.
Oh, yes, you did. Thank you.
This is the tree that Gwyneth hit her head against when she was mugged, where the guy tried to mug her when she comes up from the train, having missed the train. The guy tries to get in her bag, bangs her head against the tree. Kindly Kathy, my mate Terry English, pulls up.
Well, it's a bit of a nasty cut. Might need a couple of stitches. Come on.
So why this tree, why this place? Well, because just over here is the entrance to Marylebone Station, which is where my favourite film of all time, Hard Day's Night, began, when people ran into the station followed by the screaming fans. So I wanted to shoot as close to this place as possible, and that's why this tree got chosen for the mugging. So this is the exterior of the apartment that Gwyneth lived in with John Lynch's character, Jerry. It's in Leinster Square, which is London W2, on the junction of Princes Square. It's behind Queensway, for those people who want to come and have a look. One of the important sequences that was shot here was one of the transitions between one storyline and the other. Jeannie Tripplehorn, Lydia, comes out of the apartment, having just left Jerry upstairs in bed, gets in her black sports car that's parked here, and she drives off round the corner, very fast. As she drives round the corner, a black cab with Helen comes round the corner and parks here. Helen gets out of the cab. You can see her bandage now, which is important at this point because we've split the girls in two, and she goes into her apartment where she doesn't catch Jerry.
If I had just caught that bloody train, it would never have happened. I'd have been home ages ago.
Oh, well, you don't want to go wondering about things like that.
So we moved the camera from left to right to find Anna because we were changing over storylines, and Anna's at the door and she says, "She's not here, Jerry."
She's not here.
Anna, you're Helen's best friend. I mean, where else would she be?
Come in and search the place if you want.
And Jerry says, "Well, look, if she comes here or she calls you..."
If she comes here, just let me know or get her to ring me or something. That's all I ask.
And Helen says, "Jerry, like you say, I'm Helen's best friend."
I'm Helen's best friend. If she comes here, I'll do what she asks.
No, you don't advertise a new restaurant. It's very uncool. It's word of mouth.
This is a restaurant that's now called something else, a Mexican restaurant that used to be Bertorelli's, where Gwyneth got her job as a waitress after she was fired from a PR firm, and it's where she also came to drown her sorrows after John Lynch did the dirty on her. And it's where she's carried out by Anna, her friend, who carries her out here, and John Hannah's on the other side of the road in a taxi and says,
Can I give you a lift anywhere? Oh, hands up if you drank too much, eh?
off they go together. So this was Bertarelli, sadly no more, but still looks a bit like it.
I am not answering the door like this.
Anna, please, you have to. It won't be him anyway.
So there's no big deal, is there?
And she goes down the stairs going, bollocks to him, bollocks to him.
Bollocks to him, bollocks to him, bollocks to him, bollocks to him.
And it's John Hannah, it's not John Lynch at all.
Just set up my own PR company.
Yeah, well, why not? You've got the experience, the know-how, the contacts.
Helen's walking up this road with James after dinner at the Mass Cafe, Clive's restaurant, and he's trying to convince her to start her own business.
You want to spend the rest of your life working for other people? Hey, what's the worst that could possibly happen?
I could fail miserably and look like a complete tosser.
And they finally get to the door, and there's that little moment of how much of a kiss, any kiss on a first date. And he leans in and pecks her on the cheek very politely and tells her to wear a jumper on Saturday because it'll be cold on the river, and she's very coy. And she goes up to the house. She goes in. So this is the Blue Anchor pub in Hammersmith on the Hammersmith towpath where we shot the Father Abraham Had 7 Sons sequence. Jeannie Tripplehorn and John Lynch were walking along from over there, and they're coming towards the pub.
I mean, you seem so distant. I'm here, Jerry, if you need to talk to me.
Then he sees Helen in the pub and walks over and says, "Hey, there's Helen in there." Then he turns around and sees that Jean Tripplehorn has walked off, and she stops and spins round. And she says, "Look, I don't care about Helen."
The trouble is, you do. Quite clearly.
She goes to storm off. She turns back and she says, "I just thought of a great finish for your book."
The end.
This is the building on Marylebone Road that we use for John Hannah's offices, Hamilton Enterprises. Gwyneth comes along to see him, and she wants to talk to him. The front door's open. She gets nervous, doesn't know whether to go in or not. In the end, she wanders off. So having been to his workplace, Gwyneth's now walking down the road, feeling a bit forlorn.
Sorry.
Hello.
Hi.
And they start to have this awkward conversation with each other.
How are you? Oh, I'm great.
I'm fine. How are you? Sorry, you're great.
Oh, I just was having lunch and I work around the corner. Yeah, I know. How do you know? I mean, I don't know. It's the sort of awkwardness of two people meeting each other again after the last time they saw each other.
Don't think that I have not called you. I haven't not called you. I mean, I don't mean I haven't not called you because that's a double negative, so as to say that I have called you.
When did you call?
Well, I didn't.
Then he goes off to the hospital and Gwyneth kind of does a little cutesy thing and then walks off down here, off towards here. Another note is that this is the only scene in the whole film that we were made to shoot twice because Sidney Pollack didn't like the way it looked the first time and we got sent back by like naughty school kids to shoot it all over again, and they did it really well the second time. Did it really well the first time, by the way, but they did it even better the second time.
Hello?
Hi, Anna. Is Helen there?
You've got a damn nerve phoning here.
What?
So this is a shot where John Hannah comes back to try and find Gwyneth, who she's seen him at the hospital, got all the wrong end of the stick. He comes to Anna's flat.
Anna, please, just open the door. I don't know what's going on.
She says, "Oh, don't you?
You don't know what's going on? I'll tell you then. She saw you, James, at the hospital.
With your wife, you know, the one with the wedding ring."
The one with the wedding ring. What is it with you bloody men?
And then she slams the door in his face. So this is the Albert Bridge where, towards the end of the film, John Hannah is frantically searching for Helen, and he's looking around. He's been to Bertarelli's, he's been to Fat Boy's Diner, he's been to all the places where he hoped she might be. And she mentioned the Albert Bridge as a place she likes to come.
I love this bridge. My great-grandfather helped build it. I often come and stand on it when I want to,
So he looks down the side of the bridge, can't see her anywhere because there's two people walking along with an umbrella that are blocking his view. And then they cross the road, and as they cross the road, they reveal that Gwyneth is standing right at the other side of the bridge, and he runs after her. It's pouring down with rain, which we use obviously rain machines for. It's very, very cold. And they play out the scene.
Oh, Helen. If we are not going to be together, then let's make sure it's for the right reason. And right now, there is no reason, none. There is just confusion, and it can be erased in a split second.
Finally, he gets her to understand that he is genuine. There is no nefarious behaviour, and they have a lovely kiss in the rain on the bridge, which I think every romantic film should have, frankly.
I love you.
Helen, wait, please, wait.
Helen!
The final sequence of the film was shot here at Chelsea Westminster Hospital on the Fulham Road in London. The last shot of the film is Gwyneth Paltrow walking down towards the elevators. Of course, she's just told Jerry where to get off in the ward.
In that case, I want you to stand up, walk over to the door, open it, walk through it, and close it behind you.
And she walks over to these sets of lifts. These elevators don't actually close as they do in the film. They actually open to one side. So we actually had to do a visual effects shot at the end of the film. And Gwyneth and John both stood here with the doors open. And when they look at each other, the visual effects people just put sliding doors that meet in the middle on the film. A film called Sliding Doors. We picked the wrong doors.